I haven't drank for 4.5 years, and I took a drink, and I started drinking. I just started chugging them. Wing, 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 wing.
After 4.5 years of sobriety, what was it that got you to take that drink?
At his peak, Mike Tyson was worth $300 million. He was the most feared man on the planet. World champions quit before the first bell just from looking at him. He had the belt, he had the mansions, he had everything.
Fuck having for the good fight. I just don't have this in my gut anymore, and I wasn't really interested. I wanted to finish up, but Jeff Finnick is too sensitive when it comes to me, and he wasn't interested in me going out and getting beat up anymore.
By 2003, he was completely broke. Not just broke, in debt. To the IRS. To everyone. And here is the part nobody tells you he saw it coming. He wrote about it himself, in his own words. In his own autobiography, he admitted everything, the drugs, the lies, the chaos, all of it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to understand something most people never figure out. Fame does not fix a broken man. Fame breaks him faster. This is Welcome to Boxing. Everything you're about to hear in this video comes directly from verified sources, Mike Tyson's own autobiography, court records, and documented reporting.
I haven't took drugs in 6 days. And for me, that's a miracle. I've been lying to everybody else to think I was sober, but I'm not. It's my 6th day. I'm never gonna use again.
All reference links are listed in the description below so you can check every single fact yourself. First, understand where Mike Tyson came from. Brownsville, Brooklyn, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in New York. He never knew his biological father. His stepfather was a pimp. His mother gave him alcohol as a baby to help him sleep.
When did you start regularly smoking weed?
Since I was 10 years old.
The whole time you were fighting, you were regularly smoking weed?
Well, when you're a kid, your mother gives you liquor and marijuana for you, make you think that you're gonna go to sleep or something, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That never happened in my house.
Never go, yeah.
No.
My mother was alcoholic and stuff.
Damn, that's harsh.
By age 13, he had been arrested 38 times. 38. The world had already written him off completely. Then Cus D'Amato found him, took him in, built him into the heavyweight champion of the world. And for a few years, Tyson had structure, he had discipline, he had someone who told him the truth every single day. Then Cus died in 1985.
To me, he's my boy. He's with me. I often say to him, I owe you a lot, and he doesn't know what I mean, but I'm going to tell him now what I mean. If he weren't here, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The fact that he is here and doing what he's doing, and doing as well as he's doing, and improving as he has, gives me the motivation and interest to stay alive. Because I believe that a person dies when they no longer wants to live.
And the protection disappeared. Here is what Tyson wrote in his own book about that moment. He said, "Without cause, I don't know where I would be today. My gratitude to you is immeasurable." That one sentence tells you everything, because once Cus was gone, the gratitude had nowhere to go, and the danger had nothing to stop it.
I can remember being at Customado's funeral. I was a pallbearer there. I was very proud to be a pallbearer for him. And I was just 19 years old. I didn't know what to do with my life. There was news cameras there were reporters there. And I was just saying, I don't have my friend no more.
Now, pay close attention, because this next part is directly from Tyson's own mouth. Mike Tyson admitted in his autobiography that he first tried cocaine at age 11 years old. 11, not 20, not after the fame. 11 years old, growing up in Brownsville with nothing and nobody watching over him. The drug found him before boxing did.
Kid, 10
When you were a
years
kid?
old, 9 years old.
What kind of shit?
Smoking and drinking.
Right.
Then as I got older, I tried acid.
How old were you when you first tried acid?
Probably 11.
And then boxing saved him. Cus saved him. The brutal discipline saved him. For years, the training was so hard and so consuming that there was no room left for destruction. But when Cus died, the room opened back up. Tyson wrote these exact words in his autobiography. "I was a full-blown cokehead, not a rumor, not a tabloid story. His own words, in his own book. the most feared heavyweight champion in history, admitting he was a cocaine addict at the very height of his career.
That I ever use as an example of to break that old myth that you can't have sex before fights. And I was like, well, that's out the window.
For sure.
Because you would talk about it all the time. You'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And then comes the part that will shock you. Tyson admitted that he used cocaine right up until shortly before some of his fights. And to pass the drug tests, he used a device filled with someone else's clean urine. He was walking into boxing rings in front of millions of people carrying all of that, and nobody knew. Now let us talk about the money, because this is where the story gets almost unbelievable. Tyson earned over $300 million from boxing. 300 million. And he spent it on things that make no sense. Bengal tigers as pets, a bathtub that cost $2 million, fleets of cars, mansions he barely visited. He once lost $1 million in cash inside a suitcase, and it took his staff more than a week to find where he had left it. That is not a rich man spending money. That is a lost man trying to fill a hole that money cannot fill. And then
Iron Mike Tyson. Any question for him? He proved to be history.
there was Don
Universal.
King. Tyson did not stay silent about Don King either. In his autobiography, Tyson wrote these words: "When I think about all the horrific things that Don has done to me over the years, I still feel like killing him." That is not an exaggeration. That is a man describing what it felt like to be systematically robbed by someone he trusted. King pushed out the managers and trainers who actually protected Tyson, and once they were gone, nobody was left to stop the bleeding. Now here is the moment the whole world remembers.
Shot again. He's down, he comes with the uppercut. Come on, Robert, Buster's throwing shots back. Hey, look at this. Look at Buster coming back. Did he fight for the life to Mike? I don't know, he shot him again. Oh, nice uppercut. Mike Buster does it. Look at
February 1990, Tokyo, Buster Douglas, a man nobody gave a chance. A 42-1 underdog whose own mother had just died. Tyson walked into that fight barely trained, emotionally empty, and surrounded by the wrong people. 10 rounds later, he was on the canvas. The referee counted him out, and the entire world went silent. The myth was dead. But Tyson was not finished destroying himself, not even close. Indianapolis, a rape conviction. He denied it then. He denies it now. But the court found him guilty. He served 3 years in prison. 3 years of his prime. Gone. And when he came out, he was harder, angrier, and more broken than when he went in. The Holyfield rematch. And the moment the entire world will never forget. Tyson wrote in his book that repeated headbutts from Holyfield drove him to the breaking point. And in the third round, he bit a chunk off Holyfield's ear. He was disqualified, suspended, fined millions of dollars. And in that one moment, every great knockout he had ever thrown was replaced by a single image that the world could not unsee. In his autobiography, Tyson wrote that he now spends most of his time feeling like his whole life has been a joke. That sentence should stop you completely. The man who made the entire planet afraid of him. The man who became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. The man who earned $300 million. Sitting down to write his life story and describing it as a joke. This is what fame does to a man who was never given solid ground to stand on. It gives him everything before he knows who he is. And then it takes everything back. Faster and harder than any punch he ever threw. Custamato understood this. He told Tyson directly, "Your mind is not your friend, Mike. You have to fight with your mind. Control it, put it in its place."
He said, "You do what I tell you to do, and if it doesn't work, then you can leave." So I said, "Okay, bet." So I did everything he told me to do, and I won. And then one day he used to just say, "Listen, you have the chance to change your life, your family's life. You could be something very special. Don't you want to be champion? You could be champion of the world." And I didn't pay no attention to it. He said, "Really? You could be champion of the world. You could devastate the world. No man can take what you do. You just got to believe it." And I started believing in this old man. I stopped being a little thief. I used to go back to New York and rob people and then come back upstate and hide out. Then I stopped doing all that. I changed my whole life.
But Cus was gone, and without him, there was nobody left to repeat that warning. The drugs, the money, the conviction, the ear, the bankruptcy. None of that happened to Mike Tyson because he was weak. It happened because he was a child who grew up with nothing, who was given everything at once with nobody left to protect him from it. Fame does not heal wounds. Fame rips them wide open, and $300 million is not enough to close them. Now, I want to hear from you. One honest question. Could anyone have saved Mike Tyson after Q's died? Or was this always going to happen? Drop your answer in the comments right now. I read every single one. If this story hit you differently, subscribe to Welcome to Boxing. We bring you the real stories, built on facts, built on truth. No rumors, no clickbait, just the moments that actually shaped boxing history. Hit subscribe, like this video, share it with someone who thinks they already know the Mike Tyson story. Let them watch this and think again. End screen is live right now. Click to watch how the night Q's D'Amato died started every single thing you just heard. Click to watch how Evander Holyfield scientifically prepared to end the Tyson myth before that ear was ever bitten. Both videos will change how you see this story completely. This is Welcome to Boxing. I will see you in the next one.